Welcome to Tornado Watch. I'm your host, Chris Mangrum. Today, joined by Logan Dillow of King's Bass Fishing Team. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, I've known you since you were about this tall. I'm not sure if the camera can see that or not, but you're a local boy here from Bristol, went to Tennessee High. And of course, a lot of people, they want to go out of town for college, but you decided to stay right here at home. Walk us through that decision, why you decided to come here to King.
Well, I really love Bristol as a place to stay. I love the environment at King. It's really great school, honestly. Also, a big factor was staying home with my parents. That cut down on the cost quite a bit. I really love the class size, though. That's what really drew me here. You know, it's just great. You know, you got 15 to 20 people in a class. You have that ability to talk with your professor one-on-one, unlike in a bigger college.
Yeah.
You know, you don't really have that ability to do that. So, having that ability to kind of communicate and make more friends and stuff like that was a really big deal to me.
Now, you swam a little bit in high school, and of course you've been on the bass fishing team here for 3 years. You even tried to swim here last year as well. So I've got to ask you, what is it about the water that intrigues you so much?
Well, growing up, my parents had a pontoon boat, and I mean, that was since I was a baby. So ever since then, I've always been around the water, and I've been super intrigued with it. And I would go fishing with my dad all the time.
Yeah.
And so I've just always been around water growing up. And in middle school, I decided I was going to try out for the swim team.
Yeah.
And I just fell in love with it, and I made a pretty good career out of that, and swam all through middle school and high school, and even some in college, like you mentioned. But I've just always been in love with the water. Everything about it I enjoy. So I love being out there and enjoying nature, and that's what kind of drew me to that.
So bass fishing, like we said, it's your third year on the team, and bass fishing is not a super popular sport throughout college athletics. So why don't you walk us through, I know you can't get into all the details, but walk us through a typical bass fishing event. What does that look like for you?
So there's a lot more that goes into bass fishing than people think. A typical event would usually have 2 to 3 days of practice leading up to it. So you would go to the lake and you would just fish all day on that lake. Then on the morning of the tournament, there's usually anywhere from 150 to 250 other boats. So there's tons and tons of people. You wake up super early, try to get out there. Then as they launch you, you'll launch out in different categories and that kind of thing. And you'll usually fish a 7 to 8 hour day, and you'll keep your best 5 fish, and whoever has the most weight with those 5 fish at the end of the tournaments wins the whole thing. So there's all kinds of different prizes you can get: boats, money, coolers. So I mean, there's a lot that goes into it, but it's super fun.
That's great. Well, sign me up. Let's go next time.
Yeah.
But anyways, you've got a big competition coming up here very soon, and for those of you that want to keep in touch with all that's going on with our bass fishing program, you can do that on kingtornado.com. and check out our bass fishing page where you can see the results from all of the tournaments that they're going to be doing this year. Again, Logan, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
That has been Tornado Watch, and we'll see you next time.